Beloved chosen one, stop scrolling. Heaven has interrupted your moment for a divine reason. This is not coincidence, it is destiny in motion. Everything around you pauses because heaven has decreed you will not miss your miracle this time. The same hand that wrote your story before you were born now turns the page of your life. You stand on holy ground, right where breakthrough begins. Listen closely. The shaking you've been through was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. Every tear you cried was a seed, and every silence you endured was heaven's soil preparing for growth. You thought God was quiet, but he was actually building the foundation for what you are about to receive. What looked like delay was divine alignment. You have been refined in hidden seasons, and now the glory of manifestation stands at your door. The promise that once felt far away is closer than your next breath. The Lord is declaring, you will not miss what I have prepared for you. The Spirit declares through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Chosen one, the time is right. The hour has struck. Heaven's clock and your destiny now move in perfect rhythm. You are not behind schedule, you are right on divine timing. God has orchestrated every disappointment, every closed door, every delay, to push you into this exact moment. You were never being punished, you were being positioned. Can you feel the shift? The atmosphere around you is trembling with promise. Angels are aligning paths. Resources are being released. Hearts are being softened. And divine instructions are being whispered into your spirit. The same God who spoke light into existence is commanding light to flood your situation right now. The battle you faced was not proof of failure. It was evidence of value. The enemy only fights what heaven favors. You've been targeted because you carry something precious. But no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The resistance you faced is confirmation that something magnificent was about to be born. Lift your head. Chosen one. The clouds are parting. The long night of confusion gives way to a dawn of clarity. Every no you heard was clearing the path for the one, yes, that changes everything. You are about to witness the speed of divine acceleration, where years of waiting are redeemed in moments. This is the hour where your obedience becomes your miracle's landing strip. Heaven moves swiftly when faith stands still. Do not run from what God is revealing. Embrace it. The door you thought was locked is opening right now. The opportunity you lost will reappear. But this time, it will recognize you. You were not called to survive, you were chosen to reign. Every battle you endured was training for this very announcement. Your miracle has come, and heaven will not let you miss it. Now, before this holy moment fades, act in faith. Let heaven witness your response. Like this message, if your spirit bears witness, share it so another chosen one can awaken. Comment the number 777 below as a prophetic act declaring, I receive my miracle in divine timing. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay connected to this stream of anointed words that strengthen your walk. The time is right. Heaven has spoken. It will happen. Chosen one. The weight you have carried has not been unseen. Heaven has watched every step you took beneath burdens no one else understood, while others laughed and moved freely. You walked through invisible storms, carrying promises that felt too heavy to hold. Yet, even when your knees trembled, you did not fall away, you endured. That endurance became worship. and that worship became the sound that reached heaven's throne. There were nights when you whispered, "Lord, how much longer?" and mornings when silence answered you. But silence does not mean absence. In those quiet stretches, heaven was measuring your strength, refining your heart, and proving your faith genuine. Every trial you faced was preparation for the miracle now unfolding. You were never being punished, you were being perfected. The Word of God speaks in the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." Those words were written for you. The burden that almost broke you was never meant to be carried alone. Every sleepless night, every tear that fell uncounted, has been gathered into the hands of the one who never forgets. Your pain was not wasted, it became the raw material of your anointing. The crushing you endured released fragrance, not failure. There is something sacred about the way you survived. You walked through betrayal and still chose forgiveness. You were misunderstood, and yet you kept loving. That strength is not ordinary. It is divine evidence that you are chosen. Heaven saw you remain faithful when you had every reason to give up. The world may never know the cost of your endurance, but God does, and He is a just rewarder. Beloved, the weight has done its work. The pressure has produced oil. What once felt like breaking has become birthing. There is a shift happening even now. The same weight that pressed you down is about to lift you up. The scars you carry are proof of the battles you've won, not reminders of defeat. You have proven trustworthy with pain, and heaven always promotes those who endure with humility. Look back for a moment, not with regret, but with revelation. See how every season of heaviness shaped you, stripped away pride, and anchored you deeper in faith. You have learned to depend on God in ways comfort could never teach. You have discovered the kind of strength that only comes from surrender. And now, that surrender becomes the gate through which your miracle enters. Chosen one, breathe. The weight you carried is being lifted. Heaven is shifting the load off your shoulders and placing a crown upon your head. You will not walk bent beneath burdens anymore. The same hands that carried the cross now carry you. The season of carrying is giving way to the season of receiving. Your miracle is not just coming to you, it is coming through you. Others will be strengthened by your story, inspired by your endurance, and drawn to the light that never went out in you. The weight was the womb of your witness. And now, heaven will use what once hurt you to heal others. You are stepping out of the shadows, lighter than before, radiant with strength born of surrender. Heaven is shifting the atmosphere around you. What once crushed you now crowns you with glory. The tears that watered your wilderness will now water gardens of testimony. Your story is sacred proof. God wastes nothing. And the weight you carried has become your wings. Chosen one, what you called delay was not denial, it was design. Heaven's timing has never been late, even when it has felt unbearable to you. The pauses in your journey were sacred interludes, not interruptions. They were the invisible rhythm of divine order, the space where heaven aligned people, places, and purpose in your favor. You cried, "Lord, why not now?" Yet heaven whispered back, "Because the soil is not ready." Seeds of promise cannot grow in unprepared ground. The waiting was never punishment. It was protection from premature exposure. God was ensuring that what He gives you would not be lost to immaturity or stolen by haste. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 27, verse 14. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart. And wait for the Lord. Waiting refines the chosen. It scrapes away impatience and polishes trust until it gleams like gold. In the waiting, you learn to depend on God more than outcomes. You stopped chasing signs and started seeking His voice. You learned that miracles are not events, they are relationships born from endurance. The delay has been divine orchestration. While you thought nothing was happening, heaven was positioning everything. The opportunity needed time to mature. The right people needed to be prepared. Even your heart needed to be strengthened to handle the weight of answered prayer. The silence that once frustrated you was actually heaven's construction zone. Beloved, do you see it now? The waiting wasn't wasted, it was womb time. What you carried in faith is about to be birthed in sight. God has been layering favor, weaving connections, and preparing divine intersections. When it unfolds, it will happen suddenly, yet not randomly. You will realize that every closed door was pointing you toward the open one prepared in advance. Sometimes God delays not to deny, but to deliver at the most impactful moment. If He gave it too early, it could have crushed you. But now, you have the maturity to manage the miracle. You can handle what you once only prayed for. Heaven trusts you with timing now because you learned how to trust heaven during silence. Chosen one, you have reached the appointed hour. The long nights of wondering when are coming to an end. The divine clock has struck now. Everything that seemed frozen will suddenly move. Every stalled promise will breathe again. You will look back and say, God truly made everything beautiful in its time. Let your heart rest in that truth. There is no need to force what God has already ordained. You don't chase the promise anymore, the promise is chasing you. And now, as your spirit recognizes this holy rhythm, make a simple declaration of agreement. Comment, I trust God's timing. Say it as a seed of faith. Every word you release in alignment with heaven releases movement in the unseen. When you declare those 4 words, you affirm that you are no longer fighting the clock, you are walking in divine sync with it. Your delay was divine. Your waiting was holy. And now, your miracle is on time. When you write, I trust God's timing, heaven hears it as surrender, not weakness. It is the sound of faith maturing, of your soul releasing control and choosing divine alignment over human urgency. Every letter of that declaration becomes a key in the spirit, unlocking peace, favor, and acceleration. You're no longer waiting aimlessly. You're walking hand in hand with perfect timing Himself. Chosen one. The hidden seasons you endured were not empty. They were classrooms of heaven. God has been shaping you in silence, chiseling your spirit until it reflected His strength. What looked like loneliness was divine training. What felt like delay was formation. You were not waiting for the miracle to come to you. The miracle was being formed inside you. When no one saw your labor, heaven watched. Every unseen act of obedience, every quiet moment of surrender, became a brick in the foundation of your destiny. While the world overlooked you, heaven was investing in you. The process was painful, but purpose was being born. The wilderness you walked through was not punishment, it was rehearsal for promise. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 11, No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. These words define your journey: the discomfort, the pruning, the breaking, all of it carried purpose. Heaven does not waste pain. Every hardship has been shaping you into someone who can handle the weight of answered prayer. You have been trained to carry power with humility, authority with compassion, and success with surrender. There were moments when you thought you had been forgotten, but silence does not equal absence. God was watching the soil of your heart grow deep roots. Hidden growth always precedes visible glory. You were being prepared for platforms you could not yet see. Every unseen battle became the strength you will need to sustain the blessings ahead. Chosen one, there is divine brilliance in the way heaven hides you. The world cannot corrupt what it cannot find. God protected you by concealing you. You have been in the sacred forge of refinement, and now the gold of your character shines through the ashes of old battles. The scars that remain are not signs of weakness, they are evidence of divine craftsmanship. When God prepares a vessel, He does it thoroughly. The potter never rushes the shaping of valuable clay. Every spin on the wheel, every press of His hand, was forming something greater in you. You felt stretched, but stretching was necessary to expand your capacity for glory. The crushing produced clarity, the silence produced sensitivity, and the pain produced purpose. Do not resent the hidden season, it is the birthplace of authority. Those who emerge from obscurity with God's fingerprints on their soul are unstoppable. You are one of them. Heaven is not impressed by what is seen, it is moved by what has been surrendered in secret. Look at how far you have come. The version of you that entered the storm is not the same one walking out of it. You carry a quiet power now, a strength that does not need to prove itself, a peace that cannot be shaken. You have learned the holy art of stillness, the sacred rhythm of waiting and trusting, and that is why your miracle recognizes you now. Chosen one, you were not hidden to be forgotten, you were hidden to be prepared. And now that preparation is complete, the same God who trained you in private will reveal you in public. Your story will speak for itself, and those who once doubted your journey will see that heaven was with you all along. Chosen one, something sacred is shifting in the air around you. The spiritual climate is changing. What once felt cold and stagnant now begins to warm with divine movement. The season of stillness has ended. Heaven's wind begins to blow again. You have walked through a long winter of silence, but the first signs of spring are emerging in your soul. What was frozen is thawing. What was lifeless is awakening. You can feel it, can't you? The invisible rhythm of heaven moving through your days, the quiet awareness that something greater is unfolding. Even before your eyes can see it, the barren fields of your heart are being touched by divine light. New life, new favor, new opportunities are budding where pain once lived. We find in the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11 through 12, "See, the winter is past, the rains are over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth, the season of singing has come. Beloved, the winter is indeed past. You have endured the cold silence of waiting, but that silence has served its purpose. The soil of your soul has been broken open by surrender, and now heaven plants the seeds of abundance. The rains that once drenched you in sorrow have watered the very ground that now blooms with beauty. Your miracle doesn't arrive with noise, it begins with warmth. like sunlight breaking through clouds. Grace slips quietly into the corners of your life. You don't chase it, it finds you. God is faithful to make beauty emerge from ashes, to transform loss into legacy. Every fallen leaf of your old season now becomes nourishment for new growth. This new season carries fragrance. It smells like peace after long chaos, like morning after endless night. You are not who you were when the storm began. You are softer but stronger, humbler but bolder. Heaven has written resilience into your spirit. You have learned that endings are never empty when God writes them. And now, as you stand in the gentle warmth of this turning season, you are invited, not commanded, but invited to move in harmony with heaven's rhythm, to let your heart respond the way nature does when spring arrives by opening. When a seed breaks through the soil, it doesn't struggle, it simply responds to light. That's what this moment is. An invitation to open, to let the light in, to share warmth with others who still feel the cold. So if this message has stirred something in you, let your response be natural, like a flower lifting its face toward the sun. Like it, not out of duty, but as a way of saying, yes, I feel this warmth too. If a phrase or a moment here has touched your spirit, share it, not as promotion, but as passing on sunlight to another soul still standing in shadow. And if this voice has become a gentle reminder of heaven's heartbeat in your life, subscribe not to a channel, but to a continual rhythm of faith, hope, and divine timing. Let your connection be worship, not habit. Chosen one, the season has turned. The ice is melting. The earth beneath you hums with promise. Step into the warmth without fear. Heaven's spring has arrived, and it carries your name on the breeze. You stand where winter once reigned, feeling sunlight write redemption across your skin. Every cold memory melts into purpose, proof that God's warmth always returns to those who kept believing. The breeze that touches your face whispers promise. It says, bloom again. So you do without fear, without hesitation, because the same light that called you out will keep you growing. Chosen one, heaven is not silent, it is in motion. The unseen realm hums with activity as angelic messengers move swiftly on your behalf. What once felt like spiritual stillness is now charged with divine momentum. You may not see it yet, but heaven's armies are rearranging your surroundings to make room for the miracle already carrying your name. You have prayed, waited, trusted, and stood still. And now the response has been released. There is a stirring beyond the natural, a shift in the unseen that echoes with your obedience. When God speaks a promise, angels become the architects of fulfillment. Every delay you endured was heaven's preparation for this release. The prophet Daniel once experienced such a moment when his prayers were delayed by resistance in the spirit realm. Yet the messenger arrived, declaring that his words had been heard from the very first day. So it is with you now. The response is already in motion. As the prophet wrote in the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 11, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Beloved, this is that command. Heaven's order has gone forth. The protection that once felt distant is now present. Angels have been dispatched not to observe you, but to assist you. They carry instructions regarding your destiny, ensuring that nothing and no one can intercept what God has assigned to your hands. Do not mistake quietness for inactivity. The still air around you is not silence, it is anticipation. Heaven's messengers move fastest in stillness, where faith replaces noise. You have learned to hold peace in your heart while everything else trembled, and that peace has become your summoning sound. Every divine messenger recognizes faith's frequency. The more you trust, the clearer heaven hears you. You don't need to shout to be seen, you only need to believe to be answered. Your prayers have never fallen to the ground, they have gathered above you like clouds heavy with rain, ready to release their blessing in perfect time. Chosen one, the angelic hosts surround you even now. Their wings carry the scent of answered prayer. They bring strategies, alignments, and divine protection. You are stepping into a realm where obstacles dissolve before you arrive. What once resisted will now yield. The doors that were locked will open not by force, but by decree. Do not fear the unknown path ahead. You are escorted by heaven's authority. You have divine backup, divine covering, divine acceleration. This is why the storms that tried to consume you failed, because you were never alone in them. Lift your eyes beyond what you can see. The help you prayed for is nearer than your breath. The miracle you are waiting for is already traveling toward you, carried by hands that cannot fail. Heaven's movement is invisible but unstoppable. Now, chosen one, as a sign of faith and recognition that you are aligned with heaven's movement, leave a prophetic mark. Comment the number 444, not as superstition, but as declaration. 4 is the number of completion and stability. 444 is heaven's echo saying, "It is established." When you write that number, let it mean this: I believe heaven is in motion for me. Every stroke of those digits becomes a reminder that unseen angels are already handling what once kept you awake at night. You are surrounded by divine motion. You are covered by unseen wings. Heaven's order stands, the miracle will arrive. Guarded, unshaken, unstoppable, chosen one. You have walked through the noise of the world long enough to know that not every voice deserves your attention. There is a whisper deep within your spirit, a voice quieter than fear, softer than doubt, but stronger than both. It is the voice of God, the eternal guide who has never stopped speaking to you. You have heard it in dreams, in moments of stillness, in sudden convictions that seem to appear from nowhere. That voice has always been your compass. The world shouts, demanding your reaction, but heaven whispers, inviting your obedience. You've learned that true power does not come from speaking loudly, but from listening deeply. Every miracle begins in the ear before it manifests in the hand. God is not asking you to perform, He is asking you to perceive. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 33. Verse 3, "Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." This is the heartbeat of your new season divine communication. God does not just give instructions, He gives revelation. You are not being told what to do alone, but why you are doing it. The divine voice is revealing the strategy behind your steps. What felt random will soon make sense, because heaven's logic is now being unveiled. Chosen one, there is no chaos in God's plan. What seemed like confusion was coded direction. Every detour has meaning. Every pause holds purpose. Heaven is not only speaking to you, it is training you to recognize tone, timing, and truth. You have matured to the point where you no longer chase confirmation from people, because you now carry conversation with God. There is power in stillness. When you quiet your heart, heaven grows loud. That's why the enemy tries to drown you in distraction, because he fears what you'll hear when you finally listen. But the static of fear can no longer overpower the sound of divine order. The frequency of your spirit is tuned again to heaven's wavelength. You must learn to trust the whisper more than the wind. The whisper is the map. It doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. It simply reveals. God is teaching you to move from reaction to revelation, from impulse to instruction. You are being trained to walk like those who carry heavenly blueprints, moving not by sight, but by sound. When you follow that voice, peace always follows you. It may lead you into uncertain places, but never into unsafe ones. The same voice that called Abraham out of his homeland and Moses into the wilderness is now calling you into destiny. You are not lost. You are being led. Do not underestimate the power of one whisper from God. It can part seas, raise the dead dreams of your life, and breathe courage where fear once ruled. That whisper has sustained prophets, rebuilt nations, and comforted hearts that thought they could not go on. And now, that same whisper rests upon you. Chosen one, make space for that voice. Turn down the volume of comparison, worry, and noise. The divine instruction you need is already speaking. It's just waiting for your stillness. Listen not with your ears, but with your spirit. Heaven is still saying, this is the way, walk in it. You are not chasing clarity anymore. Clarity is chasing you. The voice within you is older than time, wiser than doubt, and closer than your breath. Follow it, and you will never be lost again. Chosen one. Every miracle carries a battle. You cannot step into divine promise without confronting resistance. For every elevation provokes opposition. The moment heaven releases a word over your life, the enemy releases warfare to test it. But what the darkness does not understand is that the fight was never about destruction, it was about demonstration. Every battle you faced was proof that something precious was being born in you. The moment you said yes to God, the war began, not because you were weak, but because you were chosen. Light always attracts opposition, yet, even in the fiercest storms, your endurance terrified the enemy. He expected you to break, but you endured. He expected you to quit, but you kept praying. The more he struck, the brighter you became. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 13, "Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything, to stand." That is exactly what you have done. You stood when everything around you crumbled, when your strength drained and your tears became prayers. You stood. And that act of standing was not weakness, it was warfare. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven recorded a victory. Every time you refused bitterness, you struck a blow against darkness. You did not just survive the battle, you learned the rhythm of it. You discovered that spiritual warfare is not always loud. Sometimes it is silent endurance. Sometimes it is smiling when the storm rages. Sometimes it is choosing forgiveness when the wound is still fresh. Each of those choices was a sword in your hand. There is divine strategy in the war you faced. God allowed you to see what the enemy could do, not to frighten you, But to show you what he cannot do, he cannot stop what God has ordained. He cannot cancel a word heaven has spoken. He cannot reverse the calling you carry. The battle only proved what has always been true. You are unstoppable when you stand in divine strength. Look at how you have changed through warfare. You pray differently now. You love more intentionally. You discern more sharply. Pain has become your teacher, and endurance your armor. The old you fought for survival, but the new you fights from victory. You no longer swing blindly, you strike with purpose. Guided by revelation. Chosen one. The battlefield was never your grave, it was your classroom. Every scar you carry glows with wisdom. Every bruise has become oil for healing. God has been training your hands for war, but also your heart for compassion. You have learned that true power is not domination, but authority rooted in surrender. The war you endured did not end you, it crowned you. You now wear the strength of one who has seen darkness and refused to bow to it. The enemy's plan backfired. What was sent to destroy you only deepened your roots. You are stronger because of what you survived. Even now, heaven watches as the final fragments of battle fall away. The smoke clears, revealing not ruin but resurrection. You stand taller, your spirit forged in holy fire. You are not the same. The light within you has been tempered like steel, and the power resting on you now cannot be shaken. Chosen one. Your warfare was worship. Your endurance was prophecy. Every struggle was shaping you into a vessel fit to carry glory. The battle is not your identity, it is your testimony. The darkness trembled, but you remained. And because you remained, victory now remains with you. Chosen one. Faith is not proven in comfort, it is proven in contradiction. When everything looks opposite of what God promised, that is where faith becomes real. You have walked through seasons where heaven was silent, where promises seemed to mock you, and yet you did not let go. That, beloved, is the faith heaven celebrates, the kind that believes when sight fails. You see, God never measures faith by how loudly you declare it, but by how quietly you hold it. Real faith whispers still, I believe, even when evidence disappears. The test you have faced was not to destroy your trust, but to deepen it. The waiting, the wondering, the pain, it all shaped your faith into something unbreakable. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 21, verse 22, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. These words are not fantasy, they are foundation. You have asked, and heaven has heard. But before God gives what you prayed for, He builds who can handle it. That's why it took time. Your faith had to be stretched wide enough to hold the weight of the miracle. Chosen one. Faith is the invisible bridge between your prayer and its fulfillment. It does not always feel strong, but it does not have to. It only has to stand. You've stood when others gave up. You've believed when logic mocked you. And because you stayed faithful, heaven has marked your endurance as victory. Every no that felt like rejection was actually redirection. Every delay that broke your heart was a divine appointment with growth. God was not withholding your answer. He was teaching your heart how to trust Him even without one. And now, that trust has matured into power. You have learned the language of faith, the kind that doesn't demand proof to keep walking. You now understand that trust is not blind. It sees differently. It looks through the lens of promise, not problem. It sees beyond time, beyond fear, beyond delay. That's why you can stand today, fully aware of what hasn't happened yet, but certain of what will. Chosen one, heaven applauds that kind of faith. Angels record it. Demons fear it. Because when a believer refuses to stop believing, the impossible loses its authority. You are standing on sacred ground, the moment between asking and receiving, where only faith survives. Do not let fear rewrite what God already signed. You are too close to turn back. What you have been believing for is already on its way. The test is almost over. The evidence is on its way to meet your endurance. Now, as an act of spiritual agreement, make this simple declaration in faith. Comment, "I still believe." When you write those words, you are not just typing, you are testifying. You are letting heaven know that your faith has outlived your frustration, that you trust the promise even when the proof hasn't arrived, that you are still standing, still hoping, still anchored in divine truth. Say it for yourself. Say it for heaven to hear. Say it for every moment you almost quit but didn't. Your miracle has heard your faith. Now it's moving toward your name. You still believe, and because of that, you will see. When you write, "I still believe," heaven reads it as endurance wrapped in love. It means your trust has matured past needing proof. Faith now fuels your vision. Every letter of that declaration becomes a spark in the unseen. It tells the darkness, "You failed to silence me," and tells heaven, "I'm ready for fulfillment." Chosen one. The moment right before dawn always feels the darkest. It is the breath before breakthrough, the silence before the song. You have reached that holy threshold, the breaking point that heaven has secretly called the turning point. Everything that once pressed against you is now about to push you forward. There were nights when the weight felt unbearable, when your prayers seemed to echo unanswered, when you thought the promise had passed you by. But heaven was never ignoring you. It was building momentum beneath the surface. Every unseen moment has been quietly constructing the miracle you are now stepping into. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was the final contraction before birth. We are reminded through the writings of David in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." Morning is not a time on the clock, it is a posture of the soul. It begins the moment you decide to believe again. The long night of your struggle was simply the soil where joy was planted. The tears that watered your pillow became the river that carries your breakthrough. You are standing in the sacred space where endings turn into beginnings. The cracks in your heart are glowing with light. Not because you were unbroken, but because light can only leak through what has been opened. God has taken the pieces of your story and is weaving them into something breathtaking. Beloved, sometimes miracles don't arrive with thunder, they arrive quietly, like sunlight slipping through curtains. You might not realize it yet, but the dawn has already begun. You're breathing in a new atmosphere. The shadows that once haunted you are shrinking back into memory. And peace, real peace, is walking through your door. Do you feel that gentle stirring inside? That's heaven exhaling over your life. The same spirit that hovered over the waters in Genesis now hovers over you, ready to speak, "Let there be," once more. The breaking point you feared is becoming the birthing point of something eternal. Now is the moment to breathe, to let gratitude rise. Every storm that tore at your sails only proved that your ship was built for oceans, not ponds. Every heartbreak carved more room for grace. Every delay created depth. You are no longer fragile, you are fortified. If this message touches that deep place in your spirit, let your response be as natural as sunrise. Like this message not because you're told to, but as a way of saying, I recognize my dawn. Each click becomes a candle, acknowledging the end of your night. If the imagery of light breaking through resonates with you, share this message like a lantern passed from hand to hand. Someone else still walks in shadow, waiting for proof that morning exists. You could be their first ray of light. And if this voice has walked beside you through the dark, subscribe not to a feed, but to a flow of continual renewal. Consider it like keeping a window open for sunlight to return tomorrow. You are not joining a channel, you are joining a rhythm, a family of those who have refused to give up before dawn. Chosen one. Your breaking point was heaven's beginning. The story does not end in ashes, it rises in light. The miracle has always been within reach. And now your hands are strong enough to hold it. Morning has come, and you faithful, bruised, and beautiful are its first glow. Chosen one. When the waiting turns into revelation, it rarely arrives with fanfare. It begins subtly through patterns you once dismissed, through moments that seem ordinary but pulse with purpose. Suddenly, what used to feel like coincidence becomes confirmation. Heaven has a way of unveiling miracles, not with noise, but with noticing. You begin to see signs everywhere, not magical omens, but gentle markers of alignment, doors opening without effort, peace resting where anxiety once ruled, faces returning that carry healing rather than pain. The evidence of your miracle is not found in lightning bolts, it's in stillness, in the strange ease that replaces the weight you once carried. The Apostle wrote in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Every detail, every delay, every detour has been working in divine cooperation. You thought you were wandering, but heaven was weaving. What looked random was really orchestrated. What felt wasted was being redeemed. God has turned even your heartbreak into holy strategy. Chosen one. This is the season where the invisible becomes visible. You will look around and realize it happened. The prayer you whispered in exhaustion has taken form. What you thought was gone forever has returned in new glory. The things you once mourned are now materializing, reshaped by grace. There is a quiet awe that fills your heart, a reverence for how subtly God moves, how deliberately he fulfills his promises. You realize that he never forgot a single word he spoke over you. He only waited for the moment when you could see it and not steal credit for it. Now, that moment has come. Notice how your surroundings respond. The same people who doubted your endurance now sense the shift in your atmosphere. There is favor where there was once resistance, clarity where there was once confusion. What you once chased now finds you. It is not pride that radiates from you, it is peace. The unmistakable signature of someone who has seen God's hand move. Miracles often reveal themselves through restoration. Relationships once fractured begin to heal. Opportunities thought lost return with new purpose. Even your own heart feels softer, freer, lighter. You start forgiving where you once demanded explanations. That's how you know the evidence has arrived. The miracle is not just in your hands, but in your nature. Beloved, take a moment to remember the journey. the tears that watered your wilderness, the prayers that echoed unanswered, all of them have produced this harvest of grace. You are living proof that God finishes what He begins. The evidence of your miracle is not only around you, it is you. You have become what you prayed for, restored, steady, whole. The light in your eyes tells the story before your words do. When others ask what changed, you won't need to preach, you'll simply shine. Your peace will be your testimony. Your stability will be your sermon. Chosen one. You stand now in a moment sacred and full of wonder. Heaven's evidence surrounds you like morning dew, quiet but undeniable. Everything that once broke you has bowed to purpose. The waiting has turned into witnessing, and as you stand here lighter, wiser, radiant, you finally understand your miracle was never just about receiving something. It was about becoming someone capable of holding it. You are the living proof of answered prayer, the walking echo of divine promise fulfilled. Every step you take now testifies He never forgot you. He only perfected the timing. Chosen one. Heaven is arranging a divine meeting place for your promise. What once felt scattered is now aligning with precision. People, moments, and opportunities are being woven together like threads in the hands of a perfect weaver. You may not see every detail yet, but the pattern is emerging, and it carries your name in its design. The Word of God declares in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." This is the essence of your season divine synchronization. You thought you were wandering, but heaven was guiding. Every detour became direction. Every delay became redirection. The people you lost were not mistakes. They were movements in the choreography of destiny. God has been arranging the stage for your miracle to make its entrance. You will notice how everything begins to click into place with surprising ease. Conversations you didn't expect will open doors you didn't know existed. Ideas will resurface, long buried but suddenly relevant. The ones meant to walk with you in this next season will appear, not because you searched for them, but because heaven sent them. Chosen one. Alignment is not about striving, it's about surrender. When you stop forcing what doesn't fit, you make room for what is meant. That's when heaven moves effortlessly. Divine timing is not a calendar, it is a current. When you trust it, you stop swimming against destiny and start flowing with grace. The connections forming around you now are not random, they are assignments. Every person entering your life in this hour carries a purpose, a piece of the puzzle that completes the vision. You are being positioned among those who speak the same heavenly language, those whose spirits recognize your light before words are exchanged. Do not fear the shifting around you. Some things are leaving, but not because you've failed, because you've outgrown them. Heaven removes what cannot go where you're headed. You are being refined into alignment, not punished by loss. The unfamiliarity you feel is simply expansion, making room for increase. Chosen one. This divine alignment also includes restoration. Relationships once strained will find peace. Projects once stalled will suddenly move. You are stepping into a flow that needs no forcing. Every no in your past is about to make sense when the right yes arrives effortlessly. Heaven does not deal in chaos, it deals in convergence. All the scattered pieces of your story are gathering now in perfect rhythm. What you thought was fragmented was only unfinished. The author is still writing, and his next sentence begins with favor. And now, as a sign of agreement with heaven's alignment, make this prophetic act of faith. Comment the number 333. This number is more than a symbol. It represents divine order and heavenly agreement. 3, the number of completion in unity, repeated 3 times to echo heaven's confirmation over your life. When you write 333, you are declaring, "My steps are ordered, my path is clear, and I walk in divine alignment." Every keystroke becomes a declaration that you are synchronized with heaven's rhythm. No more striving, no more confusion, only flow. You are exactly where you need to be, and heaven is guiding your every step. Chosen one, everything is falling into place exactly on time, exactly by design. When you write 333, you're not typing digits, you're echoing heaven's rhythm. It's your spirit saying, "I trust the flow. I release control to divine order." Each 3 becomes harmony, body, soul, and spirit united with purpose. You're no longer chasing alignment, you've become it. Heaven moves easily where your peace abides. Chosen one, when one miracle unfolds, it rarely stands alone. Heaven never blesses in fragments, it moves in overflow. The first answer was only the beginning, a key unlocking streams of abundance that have waited for your readiness. You have entered the season of more than enough, where blessings multiply not by effort, but by divine rhythm. At first, you may feel unprepared for this kind of favor. It feels too vast, too sudden, too generous. Yet, heaven has not miscalculated, it has simply matched your capacity. All the waiting, all the stretching, all the empty hands, these were not punishments, but preparation for fullness. You were being expanded to hold more. The Apostle Paul wrote in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 8, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." This is your portion now, abundance that sustains purpose. It is not excess for vanity, it is overflow for impact. Heaven trusts you with more because you've proven faithful with little. Every time you gave when it hurt, every time you forgave without recognition, you built the capacity to carry greater blessing without pride. Overflow is not loud, it's graceful. It doesn't announce itself. It simply spills quietly into everything you touch. You will notice how peace multiplies around you, how ideas come easily, how doors open naturally. The same hands that once trembled from exhaustion now move with ease. You've shifted from striving to flowing. Chosen one, abundance begins as awareness before it becomes experience. Gratitude turns scarcity into overflow. The moment you start recognizing blessings already around you, heaven increases their measure. You've learned that wealth is not counted in possessions, but in peace, clarity, and connection to divine purpose. The river of favor now runs through your life, steady, strong, unstoppable. You don't need to chase it, you simply need to stay in its current. The same God who began this flow will sustain it. Where others toil to keep what they gain, you will see effortless continuity because your source is eternal. And understand, this overflow doesn't come only in things, it comes in people, in ideas, in opportunities. You will meet individuals who expand your world. you will speak words that water others. And in doing so, you will realize the secret of divine economics. The more you pour out, the more heaven refills you. Do not be afraid of too much. There is no such thing when your heart stays humble. You were not chosen to scrape by. You were chosen to reveal abundance as testimony. The world needs to see what happens when heaven blesses a surrendered soul. Remember, chosen one, that blessings flow best through open hands. Hoarding clogs the river, but generosity keeps it moving. You are called to become a vessel of distribution, a living example of divine stewardship. The overflow on your life will water barren places, and those who once pitied you will draw strength from your abundance. There will come moments when you pause and realize, I have peace in places I used to have pain. That is overflow. When laughter replaces heaviness, when clarity replaces confusion, when joy feels constant instead of borrowed, that is overflow. You are walking in it now. Heaven's storehouses are open, and the flow has begun. You are not chasing blessing anymore. Blessing is following you. And wherever you go, rivers of goodness will trace your steps. Chosen one. This is not just reward, it is rhythm. Stay thankful, stay generous, and the overflow will never end. Chosen one. There comes a moment when your miracle no longer belongs to you alone. What heaven poured into you begins to pour through you. You have crossed that line now. The blessing that once felt personal has become generational, and the authority resting on you is no longer for survival, it is for service. You have been entrusted with something sacred, the mantle of divine authority. This mantle is not a robe of superiority, but a covering of responsibility. It carries weight, not for display, but for transformation. When heaven gives authority, it gives the power to lift others, to break chains with words, to speak life into those still trapped in silence. You have been anointed not just to stand, but to lead. The voice of God thundered in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. These words now rest upon you as your commission. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. You have faced enough darkness to understand its tricks, and that's why heaven can trust you with light. The authority on your life was forged through battles, purified through loss, and sealed through obedience. Chosen one. Divine authority begins where human strength ends. The moments you broke down were not failures, they were openings. God filled the cracks with His power, turning your weakness into proof of His strength. You carry evidence that grace does not visit, it inhabits. When you speak now, creation responds differently. Peace listens. Doors recognize your voice. Environments shift because heaven recognizes the one wearing its mark. You are not ordinary anymore. You are a carrier of divine command. The weight of your words will increase, not because of eloquence, but because of alignment. Authority is not loud, it is certain. It walks softly, yet reshapes landscapes. The mantle on you carries quiet power, the kind that does not need to announce itself because results speak louder than reputation. When you move, atmospheres adjust. When you pray, storms calm. When you forgive, curses break. This is why your past had to be so heavy, so you could bear the gravity of glory. Every pain trained you to hold power without pride. You learned compassion through suffering, patience through disappointment, and wisdom through waiting. These lessons have made you trustworthy. Heaven crowns only those who have carried crosses. Beloved, your authority is also creative. What you declare in faith becomes reality. Heaven has given you permission to speak life into empty places. When you bless, blessings multiply. When you declare peace, chaos must retreat. When you call for restoration, it cannot delay. You are no longer merely asking for miracles, you are becoming one. But remember, the mantle must be stewarded with humility. Power detached from love becomes noise. You must keep your heart soft even as your words grow strong. The greatest leaders are those who still kneel before the throne that sent them. The glory you carry is not for attention, it is for redemption. Chosen one. Heaven now trusts you as an ambassador of divine strength. You will walk into rooms and shift their temperature. You will pray simple prayers that move mountains. You will speak truth. And those living in confusion will suddenly remember who they are. The mantle on your life is not borrowed, it was custom made. It fits perfectly because it was designed from your pain, your perseverance, and your praise. Wear it with grace. Move with assurance. You are heaven's vessel of authority, and every step you take now leaves footprints of deliverance behind you. Chosen one. There comes a sacred point in the journey where you can no longer hide your light. You've been through the caves, the storms, the refining fire, and now heaven calls you to stand out, not to seek attention, but to bear witness. You have been entrusted with evidence that God still transforms ashes into beauty. You are no longer the one searching for miracles, you are the living proof of one. Every scar on your spirit now glows like gold in the sunlight. Where others see pain, heaven sees power. The oil that flows from your life is the fragrance of endurance, the scent of one who has wrestled with darkness and emerged shining. The Apostle Peter reminds us in his first letter, chapter 2, verse 9, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light." Chosen one. That is your identity now, royalty refined by fire. You don't need to shout it, your peace announces it. You no longer blend into the crowd because light never apologizes for shining. You were born to be distinct, not decorated. Heaven did not choose you to compete with the world, it chose you to illuminate it. There will be those who misunderstand your glow, but that's only because they haven't learned that light exposes what's hidden. You don't need to dim yourself to comfort them. Simply keep shining, with gentleness and grace, until they remember their own reflection. Your boldness will awaken others. Your story will speak for the silent. To stand out is to serve. Your testimony is a lantern. Someone's direction depends on its flame. When you share what God has done in you, you open windows in other people's prisons. That's why your words carry weight now. They don't just inspire, they unlock. Every time you speak truth, chains loosen somewhere unseen. Chosen one. The world needs your story, not the polished version, but the raw, redeemed one. You are living poetry written in God's handwriting, and every heartbeat whispers grace to those who've lost their rhythm. To withhold that story would be to hide a sunrise. So, if this message stirs something inside you, if your spirit recognizes the call to rise and reflect, let your response be as organic as breath. Like this message, not as ritual, but as a silent nod to heaven, saying, I accept my light. Each act of agreement becomes another spark, joining the constellation of the chosen. If your heart feels the pull to share, then let your story travel through this one. Share this message, not out of obligation, but as a gift passing the flame to another soul who still believes night is forever. You may never know who sees it, but heaven will. And if this space has become a quiet corner where your spirit finds renewal, subscribe not merely to follow, but to stay connected to the river that continually refreshes. Consider it like returning to a familiar fire when the world grows cold. Before you leave, take a moment to add your voice among the echoes. Comment something true. It can be a single word: hope, peace, light, or the whisper of your heart. Let it be your way of saying, I am still shining. Chosen one, this is not a call to fame, it's a call to flame. The world grows dim, but your light has never been needed more. Stand tall, radiate grace. You are heaven's candle in human form, and the night cannot put you out. Chosen one, after every great unveiling comes a holy stillness, the kind of peace that only follows obedience. You have walked through the fires of refinement, and what remains is not what was burned away, but what could never be destroyed. This is the season of final polishing, where God removes the last traces of survival and replaces them with the radiance of purpose fulfilled. Refinement is heaven's gentle artistry. It does not rush, it perfects. Every spark of pressure that remains is not there to test you, it is there to define you. Like a jeweler holding a diamond to the light, God is turning your spirit, revealing new facets you didn't know existed. Each reflection, each glimmer, tells the story of what you have become through surrender. The Apostle Paul wrote in the book of Philippians, chapter 1, verse 6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. This is your assurance: the work in you is not half finished. Heaven does not abandon masterpieces mid-stroke. Every detail of your life is being refined into excellence. What once felt like fragments now fit seamlessly together. The confusion that shadowed your steps fades as divine clarity takes its place. Chosen one, refinement is not punishment, it is preparation for permanence. God is ensuring that what He has built in you will last. Blessing without depth fades quickly, but blessing built on purity endures generations. The polishing you feel is protection. Heaven refuses to let you carry gold that still bears dust. You have reached the point where humility becomes your armor. You've seen too much of God's mercy to ever take credit for the glow that surrounds you. The greater the light, the deeper the gratitude. You've learned that favor doesn't make you higher, it makes you softer. That's how heaven sustains glory without corruption. This final refinement also restores simplicity. You no longer chase validation or prove worthiness. The noise that once filled your thoughts has quieted. The need to explain has disappeared. You have found peace in the truth that those meant to understand you already do. You no longer need to force belonging, you are belonging. Chosen one, the refining hand of God is steady. It never trembles, even when we do. It carves away pride without harming purpose, burns away fear without touching faith. You are being molded into a vessel that can hold endless light without cracking. The shine you carry now is not surface, it comes from within. Do you see it? The reflection looking back at you is no longer the wounded survivor, but the wise builder, the carrier of calm authority. Your voice no longer shakes when you speak truth. Your presence carries peace where chaos once lingered. The refinement has done its work quietly, thoroughly, beautifully, and yet, even now, the process continues not as pain, but as polishing. Each day adds another layer of brilliance, another brush of divine craftsmanship. You are a work continually perfected, a living testament to patience and grace. Heaven does not stop refining those it plans to reveal. So stand still, beloved. Let the gentle fire finish its work. You have nothing left to prove, only glory left to carry. Every surrendered moment is shaping eternity's reflection in you. The final refinement is not an ending, it is your becoming complete. Chosen one. You shine now with the kind of light that does not flicker. Heaven's fingerprints cover you, and your heart beats in rhythm with peace itself. You have been refined into permanence, into purpose, into purest love. Chosen one, this is the moment everything was leading toward the crown of fulfillment. The long road, the tears, the questions, the endurance. Every step of it has been sacred preparation for this very breath. You have crossed through fire and wilderness, and now you stand on holy ground, crowned not with gold but with glory. The promise that once felt distant now breathes beside you. Fulfillment doesn't always arrive with thunder. Sometimes it comes quietly. Like sunlight resting on the horizon after a storm, you may not even realize at first that you've arrived. It begins as a subtle peace, a steady hum of completion deep in your soul. It's the feeling of enough, the realization that the striving is over and grace has taken its place. As written in the book of Psalms, chapter 20, verse 4, "May He give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed." This verse is now your living reality. Heaven has not only answered your prayers, it has shaped your desires until they align perfectly with divine will. You have been transformed from a seeker of miracles into a steward of them. What once felt like longing is now legacy. Look around you. The landscape of your life has changed. Where there was once emptiness, there is evidence. Where there was once confusion, there is clarity. You are walking in answered prayers, sometimes without even realizing it. The very things that used to hurt you now help you. The people who once left you became the reason you found strength. Everything fits now. Chosen one. Fulfillment is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of peace. It's the moment when you no longer need to fight to prove that God is faithful. You simply live as proof. Every breath becomes worship. Every step becomes testimony. You carry serenity the way a tree carries fruit naturally, without effort. Your journey has refined you into wisdom. You've learned that not every blessing shouts, some whisper. Not every promise comes wrapped in grandeur. Some come disguised as ordinary moments that suddenly reveal eternity within them. You now recognize heaven's language, the subtle signs of grace that others overlook. This crown of fulfillment is invisible to the eye, but undeniable to the spirit. It glows in your patience, in your gentleness, in your peace. You wear it every time you choose faith over fear, every time you forgive freely, every time you love without hesitation. That's what makes it radiant. Chosen one. You no longer chase purpose, you are purpose. Your presence alone carries restoration. You've become the answered prayer to others, the very miracle you once begged God to send. When you speak, your words carry weight because they've been tested in the furnace of experience. When you pray, heaven listens with delight because your heart now beats in rhythm with His. Take a breath and look back, not with regret, but with reverence. Every delay, every heartbreak, every silence was a sacred thread in a divine tapestry. What once felt like chaos now reveals perfect symmetry. You can finally see that none of it was wasted. Every lesson was love in disguise. Chosen one. This is what divine fulfillment feels like. Stillness without fear. Joy without reason. Love without limit. You have entered the chapter where miracles become memory and gratitude becomes your daily language. You have finished one story, but eternity is still writing your name. The journey never truly ends, it transforms. From chosen to crowned, from wandering to witnessing, from prayer to presence. You are the living proof that heaven always keeps its promises. And now, beloved, rest. The promise has matured. The circle has closed. You stand whole, radiant, complete, the chosen one, crowned in fulfillment. Beloved chosen one, if your spirit has felt the breath of heaven in these words, let your response become part of the light that keeps spreading. You have walked through this message not as a listener, but as living proof that destiny is real, that miracles still find those who refuse to quit. This is not goodbye, it is continuation. What began as words has now become a spark resting in your hands. You carry it forward each time you choose love over fear, peace over pressure, and faith over sight. Let your journey be a flame others can follow. And if your heart feels the quiet pull to keep this current alive, let your gestures become sacred acts of connection. Like this message, not as routine, but as a silent whisper to heaven saying, I am still here. I am still believing. Each touch of acknowledgement sends a ripple of hope to another soul standing where you once stood. If this light has warmed you, share it. Let it travel like sunlight across unseen distances, finding those who have forgotten dawn exists. You may never know who your act reaches, but heaven will. And if this space has become a sanctuary, a place where you meet reminders of grace, subscribe, not to a screen, but to the rhythm of renewal that flows here. It's an act of staying connected to a voice that reminds you, you are chosen, you are covered, and you are never alone. Finally, comment something simple yet sacred. Let your words join the river of gratitude that heaven hears, whether it's thank you or I receive. Let it rise like incense, carrying your yes back to the throne. Your miracle lives on in motion. Keep shining, chosen one.